Hi guys, this is InzGames. Gonna do my first, video for the single player of Scum. I can't actually go on the internet and play with other people on servers because well, my internet's not all that good. But nonetheless, we're gonna do a single player campaign or single player experience with Scum. Now, Scum is a wonderful game that I've been getting into quite a lot the past few weeks. It's still in early development. I have played Daisy before. You could say it's similar to Daisy, but already it's so much more intricate, in my opinion. What, and also in a lot of people's opinion as well. They prefer Scum now to Daisy or Rust or even uh, like any of the big battle royales. But here we are. So the base story or the background for Scum is you're a prisoner in Croatia, and basically a lot of the prisoners they get put into an island to survive, and you have many wonderful things awaiting for you in the island. Anything from puppets, which are essentially zombies, to other players, but we won't receive any other players in the single player campaign. And you also have mechs that guard one of the more, or many of the more, much more harder to get to areas, and the places that have the best loot, i.e., military loot, guns, and armor. So, even though I'm recording this and it's just me, I do have my friend playing something in the background. You may know it. It's Warcraft 1, right? Isn't it? He's not
Warcraft
speaking.
1.
Yeah, he's not
Yes,
speaking, is
yes.
he? Warcraft 1, right?
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Sure, sure.
Nonetheless, what are you playing, Mr. Wilson?
If you must know, it
Yes.
is Custom Castle Defense on Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Warcraft 3 Reforged, yeah. So if anybody
Yeah.
obviously loves Warcraft 3 Reforged, by all
Which there,
means.
there isn't many, man. There isn't a lot of people who like the game.
Yeah, it did
Oh,
receive
shit.
some bad press, didn't it?
Bad press is putting it lightly.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, nonetheless,
Some spiciness.
spiciness, yes. You know, especially with the coronavirus going on, just the extra spice.
Mm.
I don't even know why I'm saying that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um, nonetheless, everything we do is for the memes. I'm not the best Scum player, but I'm not the best Scum player, so expect me dying a lot. Um, yeah. Anyway, if you can see the screen, this is the character creation screen. I have my main man here, Bob Carson, who's kind of muscular and a little bit fat because I wanted some intelligence. His equipment's 3 inches, which is wonderful for me. Um, and he's got skull tattoos on, which is great. 20 years old, already an incel. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, this guy is the alpha male, because he's already used to being alone. Nonetheless, we
Fucking
got a
hell. Speaking to
few
my heart
attributes.
here.
We got a few points important attributes. I'm gonna have medium boxing. Uh, I want. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have advanced rifles, right? Because I love my rifles. And then I'm gonna have basic, what we call. No, you know what? Actually, I change my mind. I'm gonna have medium, uh, rifles. I'm gonna have advanced, melee weapons, because melee weapons is something that is going to be the staple of the early game. And in fact, whatever is left, yeah. So we don't have anything in boxing, so we have to rely on melee weapons. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm boxing the puppets, and I'm gonna purposely have handguns and archery as 0 because there's this fame point system in Scum where basically you have to do whatever. Basically, you can earn fame points by doing whatever, but there's crafting, but there's killing zombies and eating even. The lower your points in a certain attribute is, the more fame you actually get. Because another thing about Scum is every criminal in this island, similar to like the Hunger Games, is televised. So you also get these little drones coming here and there looking at you. And the whole purpose of the drones is to show the audience what you're doing. And it's the reason you get a lot of fame points if you do something you're not really good at, is because if you, for example, craft a bow and you shoot arrows and you miss because you're not very good with archery, it's funny for the audience. So that's how you get more fame points. At least that's what the lore is. So it's always funny. At least I think so. I'm gonna have basic driving because I like driving, but I don't want to put too much into it. I would like medium stealth, and I would like basic thievery as well. I don't care really for demolition, but I think I'll put basic for demolition as well. Now here comes with the intellect skills, which is why I kind of wanted as much intellect as possible. Is I want to have medium engineering, medium survival, which is what we can use for what we can use to craft and repair our equipment very easily. And then I would also like as much awareness as possible. Or what I could do is I could have medium awareness and whatever little points we have put into camouflage, which is always nice. Anyway, as you can see, like I said, this is a very early access game. The game's only a third done because it's 0.3. And as you can see, there's a lot of skills that's grayed out because they haven't been implemented or haven't been implemented fully in the game. As you can see, intellect has the highest amount of skills, so that's why having big brain is very good in this game. Similar to my friend who also has big brain. How are you doing in your Warcraft 3?
I'm sitting pretty, very pretty. They can't get through my impenetrable layers of bullshit. I'm doing fine, man. Doing swell.
By the way, if you do want to see Mr. Wilson's side of gameplay, playing Warcraft 3, you can't because he doesn't actually have a YouTube channel, and he's just here for the lols and for the memes. If he ever starts a YouTube channel, I will definitely promote his channel because he's been a dear friend to me for a very long while. Known him since high school and hasn't changed. He literally hasn't changed. He's still the baby face I remember when he was, 2 years old. I'm joking. What was it, 12, 13 years old? But yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the baby face as well.
Yeah. Like, if you actually see him in person, you can see that he can barely grow a beard. He just has a little.
Wow, you didn't have. Okay, all right. We're gonna have to stop there. You didn't have to mention that, man. Come on.
You know I have to mention that. But nonetheless. Oh, okay.
Greetings, human asset. Welcome to Scum Island tutorial.
I'm just gonna stay quiet until this robot shuts up.
My designation is Dual Energetic Entity Neural Appliance, or DENA. I am an artificial intelligence created by the Tech One Corporation tasked with overseeing the Scum Show protocols, including the preparation of human assets. If you wish to activate the tutorial, please do so on your journal interface. Secure channel closed.
Now, so we're in the game now. One of the very first things I would always recommend you do is craft yourself a stone knife. You look at the floor and you press F to find stones. And once you craft it, always make sure to check the vicinity because you don't automatically have it in your inventory. Now, anyway, the reason I shut up while Dina, or where the robot was talking is because, well, she just doesn't shut up. Like I said, I already played the game quite a bit, so I know what to do, and I guess one of the main things you can do is try to get yourself some other clothes, because while you're wearing orange, you stick out like a sore thumb. Everyone can see you, and this counts for public servers and private servers as well. Other players can see you very clearly in this little orange jumpsuit that you have. So, one of the main things I would always recommend you do is, like I said, craft a stone knife, and then when you can, cut a bush down so you can get a few long sticks. Long sticks are good because you can make spears. Spears are good because you can chuck them at zombies or puppets. And chucking them at zombies and puppets is good because they don't kill you and you kill them first. Similar to probably what my mate Mr. Wilson is doing. He's probably cutting the competition before the competition cuts him. Right?
Sure. Could say that.
Yeah. Oh wait, you're actually building a base, aren't you? You're not really cutting the competition down.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I am doing shenanigans in the background and stopping my other would-be survivors from surviving. Oh,
Right. When it comes to crafting in Scum, what you can do is, if you know how to craft something and you know what you want to craft, you can actually go in the vicinity, right click, and you should have the option to craft whatever you want. Just in case you can't see it, just go to the crafting menu. You can see there's so many things you can craft. Click on it, and if you have the ingredients, you can craft it, and you will know you have the ingredients because it's fully grayed out. If you do not have the ingredients, it will be stripy gray and silver. Sorry, not stripy gray and silver. Stripy gray and red. If you have one or more of the necessary ingredients, it will be stripy gray and yellow. So you can obviously click on it to see what you're missing. And if it's fully grayed out and like fully stripy gray and stripy black, that means you just don't know how to make it. So no matter how much you try, you won't be able to get it, at least not now. You can build your skills up, but it does take a long time. But yeah, the reason I wanted engineering and survival is so I can actually have basic engineering, which I can fix most of my clothes, as well as cook and craft basic things which you may need in the future. Now you can actually make yourself a backpack. You could say improvised backpack. Now you can do that. In order to do it, you just need to. You can actually cut your clothes up and cut them into rags and make it. But I prefer not to. I prefer wanting to find a backpack, even the school backpack for little girls. That's great because it still holds more inventory. Now where am I? Okay, so as you can see in the map, I'm in D4. That red dot is me, and one of probably the better places and more dangerous places to get to would be the city, which is, I mean, you can see it in the corner of C3, D3, or even D4. That whole place is a city. It's a wonderful place to be. If you're in a server, it's actually one of the more populated places you'll find. So that means so many more players. You may want to stay on the outskirts. But yeah. Anyway, now what I'm doing now is because I don't want my jumpsuit, I'm actually actively looking for a puppet to kill, so I can steal their clothes. I always recommend you do this because it's easy clothes, and why not? They don't need them anymore. They're dead, or will be once you're done with them at least. Uh, Actually, another thing I should explain is looking at the metabolism. Ooh, did you hear that? Oh, there they are. Oh no. Okay, I got two people after me. Ooh, darn it. Okay, okay. Actually, this is maybe my first death already. Like I said, I'm not very good. What? Sorry. Yeah, I know I've gone quiet. But one of the things I can recommend is just keep going back, hitting them, and then go back and hit them again, and then go back and hit them again. I know this is probably really bad because, well, I just started them and I'm already 47% health, which is not good. But anyway, if that's not a good place to start, then I don't know what is. So as you can see there, survived 47% health. I probably need to, in fact, heal myself because I just got damaged. So I'm gonna cut my socks up into rags and wrap myself. Now, as you can see, this is not the greatest clothes you can get. He's pretty much got a dirty version of the inmate share what I already have. I don't want that. I want something better. Anyway, wrapping. So with Scum, one more thing is that it's really hard to keep, at least in my opinion, it's really hard to keep your hunger down because, well, hunger is very hard. So it's very hard to keep your hunger down, and you have to make sure you have all your vitamins up, you have all your water up, you have to monitor how much calories you intake and how much calories you burn. One of the reasons I really like Scum is because it's so in-depth in that way. It's always wonderful. And yeah, that's as much as I can really loot from this fella. Health in Scum goes up very slowly. Very slowly. As you can see, 47 health, and I'm only 49 right now, so it goes up really slowly. Oh, so see, I can see a zombo there, a puppet there. I can see more puppets, and yeah. More puppets chasing me now. Oh, the thin ones. Okay, so you know what? There's a new update with Scum where the thin zombies actually run much more faster, but they hit really bad. They don't hit that hard. So just bobbing and weaving between trees. Oh, she got me. But yeah, if I just keep running, they will eventually leave you alone. But it does take quite a bit. Oh. Actually, you know what? I could probably take her. There we go. And because she's thin, she has lower health as well. So I can probably get rid of her really easily. Oh, okay, so that wasn't the best It really wasn't the best. God, goodness. Where is my other share, in fact? Combat boots, okay. Yeah, we can't really loot too much from her. I still think that our image share is the better one. I need to heal up again, so I'm actually gonna cut up my willy warmer into into rags, because that's what I can do. Yeah, this game has willy warmers, so. And again, patch wound. I can see many zombos or puppets. I really should be saying. Out in the field, it's really hard to avoid them. You can't do too much, but as you can see, I'm not that good. So right now I'm just trying to find as much loot as possible. Secondly, I also want to keep my hunger down. Scum actually has quite a few things to help you when out in the field. If you find like broken down logs, you can actually search them for larvae and you can eat larvae. It is a very basic source of protein, but you can't do too much about it. It's not that nutritious, but you know, when you start and you have nothing in your belly, it really does help. So I don't think this is one. So I'm following the road. It's just easier to follow the road. Yes, like I was saying, you see these logs right here. They're great for larvae. I can just eat. There we go. And as you can see, when you eat, you have a part of it that's actually will go through your colon, and a part of it that will go through your bladder. If that does fill up to 100, you need to poop and pee. You have to monitor that as well. Like I said, this game is so in depth. It's really wonderful. Uh, you see, a part of me doesn't want to, you could say, insult or slag off DayZ, but this is so much more better than DayZ. I've played DayZ. I have enjoyed playing DayZ, but it's a very glitchy mess. And you know, they have a team of developers now, but then you only really get updates or patches from developers roughly every 5 months. Scum, I know, is very early in development. Have I been going the wrong way? I have been going the wrong way. It's very early in development, but you know, if something goes wrong, the devs are very good in doing hot fixes. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still hungry. That just the 3 larvae only filled my stomach about 6%, and I'm already digesting most of it. As so, one of the drawbacks of not having enough minerals and you could say, what you call it, just minerals and different food groups. If you don't top them up, your energy goes down. That means you expend more stamina quickly. Your health, I believe, increases even more slower if you don't have energy. As you can see, I'm actually laying down. So I'm actually laying down. Dash increases my stamina much more quicker. That's one way to increase stamina, because obviously if you keep on running and keep on walking, your stamina won't increase as quickly. That's one advantage of doing that. So what I do tend to do is run, find a nice bush, lay down to regain stamina, just so that no player, no puppet can see me. And so anyway, I have like a little bit about me. I have made YouTube videos before. They've been like okay. I had okay reception on them. And I always wanted to start a proper YouTube channel. I feel like it's probably a good time to start. And with a game like Scum, you know, it's something that I like playing. First of all, that's the most important thing. I like playing, and I'm hoping other people would like watching people play it. I personally like watching Scum gameplay videos, just because it's so relaxing, and I'm sure obviously other many other people have their own games that they love watching. So I'm sure Wilson loves watching gameplay videos as well, right? So
Hell
what
yeah.
so what type of gameplay videos do you like watching? Well,
Silly ones. Ones
any
where people fuck about.
any specific games like things like Gary's Mod or something like that, right? Or
Don't know. It depends. The VR chat is at the moment is the big one.
oh, nice, yeah.
Consuming not a lot of my time. Yeah. Not really a lot more than that.
Yeah, see, I also like watching VR chat as well. I in fact have VR chat. However, I don't normally go into VR chat too much. Not because I don't like it. I actually love it, but it's mainly to do with my internet. Ooh, I can actually see in the distance there's a cornfield. That would be nice. But I can also, I think I saw a few puppets here as well. So, and I think these are also you can eat them. Potatoes. There we go. Ah, an Irishman's dream. So yeah, I mean, I also like watching a lot of silly videos. A lot of trolling videos. I also like. It's really, it's really funny. That's how I spend most of my time. Oh, like I said, remember when I was telling you there's these little drones that come to record you? These are one of them. And as you can see, he's recording me. On the top right corner, you can actually see my fame points is 5. I must have gotten it just through building, crafting. Well, I haven't actually built anything, just more crafted spears, so that helped. But here we go. Here we're in a cornfield. This is a nice source of food. We should be able to fill our belly up pretty nicely. Although right now I don't really have anything for you could say sodium or sugar. Sugar is very hard to find. Anything with sugar really is very hard to find. Also another thing, if you fill your stomach volume up, you will actually throw up, and most of the minerals that you've intake would also go out the window. So you also have to manage that as well. Make sure not to overeat. Well, I mean I overate when I first started it. I didn't know what was going on. So after watching a few videos as well, I mean I'm not a pro like I said, but at least I'm competent in what I'm doing. I'm not very competent when it comes to killing, Zeds. I'll probably just get one more corn, not eat it and just keep it with me just in case I need it in the future. And because what I'm thinking is I want to get into the city, because the city will actually open up more things for me. There's so many places to loot in the city. So anyway, Will.
Hello.
So let's talk something about something very controversial. I mean, what do you think? So obviously, Brexit is here now. We're officially out of Europe. How do you feel about that?
Okay. I mean, cool. I guess. Great. Yeah. This is what I wanted.
Yep.
Well, I mean, not yet, because we're still
Yeah, the
in the
transition period,
transition
right?
period.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but hey, about bloody time.
Wilson right here, he's very passionate, and regardless of whether I agree with him or not, he he has valid reasons for wanting to stay out of Europe,
Sure.
right? So now,
Yeah.
staying in the same kind of vein, what do you expect now? What do you feel like you want happening? Because this is probably something you would agree with as well. We have no or barely any good leaders.
Yeah. I mean,
Whether, or obviously, whether you support the Labour Party or not, support Lib Dems or the Conservatives, we don't really have a leader. So, what do you feel
yeah.
about that?
It's our, our options are a bit weak, and I have been for many years. I don't know, man. We just got to keep on trucking. Like, we just got to keep voting for the people that are the best at the time. I don't know. I mean, for Labour, they have to get rid of all the identity
Politics, yeah.
politics, yeah, that they're going through right now, because this is absolutely ruining them. It's making them focus on things that aren't that important, as opposed to what actually
It's
people
more
want,
so. It's
and
more
not what
so.
people want.
Yeah, I like. Obviously, I also, to be fair, agree with you in that as well. I was a former Labour Party supporter. Not that I've changed allegiance or anything like that, or I prefer another party. I've stopped supporting them because it's just, at the end of the day, it's literally what the Democrats in the US are doing. It's like, this person bad, so, or this policy or this thing bad, then you should not support. You should support us, but we're not doing anything better.
Yeah, yeah, and that's it. That's all they're focusing on, and
Yep.
they've lost the working class uh, because of it as well.
Yeah. See,
And
and to be fair, Labour was supposed to be the people's party, right? The working class man.
yeah.
Oh, supposed to be.
It's been
So
like
yeah,
that for a long time.
it is honestly just, it's quite embarrassing being a UK citizen to not have any good leader to follow. Whether you agree with the policies or not, at least putting UK in a strong position. That's always something I always value before anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, right now I don't support anyone at all. There's no point supporting anyone at all.
Yeah.
Ooh, so as you can see, I have two backpacks to choose from in this little I don't know what you can call this. Is this a deer stand or uh, hunting things, hunting references? Oh, see, I like this. Look at this. I got a nice hiking backpack. That's already upgraded my space to almost tenfold. That's awesome. Barely just started and I already have a backpack and a hiking backpack, probably one of the best backpacks you can get in the game. It's blue, which is, I guess, not my favorite color, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And I had my fair share of beggars in my life. Wilson.
Sorry, what? You said something?
Yeah, I was just talking about, you know, how good of a friend I am. You know, I buy you cars. be it virtual or not.
Oh, the cars, cars. Oh, all right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember all the cars that you bought me.
That's a beautiful bird, crow, whatever. Ooh. Actually, I, I, I see corn and I see, I don't know what this is. I might have forgot. I think this may be grapes. It looks like a vineyard. Vineyard. Whatever. Yeah, vineyard. Actually, I think these have sugar in them, which would be very good. Yeah, it does have some sugar in them, which is very good to eat. Always be careful of any puppets around you because, hey, they're very quiet sometimes and they can catch you out. I always say be careful every single time. But yeah, as you can see, what I'm just doing is just searching because I want some sugar in me. In fact, if you look at it, sugar's actually gone up. So as you can see, it's keep on going up now because I've had a few grapes. With Scum, there is a day-night cycle. In fact, I can even check the time. Oh, no, I can't. Actually, maybe if I remove my jacket. I can now probably look at the time. Yep. So it is 8:37. It's about. Actually, I don't know whether it's 47 hours. No, so it's still morning, which is good. But yeah, so with Scum, you actually have a 6-hour day cycle and a 2-hour. No, sorry, not a 6-hour. A 6-hour full day, with 4 hours daylight and 2 hours nighttime. Right? So that's always fun. Nighttime is pitch black. You honestly, it's honestly really hard to see in nighttime. Ooh, rags. I can always do with the rag, especially a clean rag, because that will always stop your bleeding. If you are bleeding, that will always patch you up a little bit if you have taken some damage. And as you can see, we're just in a barn right now. And here you can search everything. You can actually find anything from guns to just food, really. Searching in so many places. I always recommend whenever you are, let's say, running and you run inside the house, don't go through the front door, jump through the window. Zombies, for the most part, can't jump most windows. And as you can see, I threw a spear in her face. Spears are normally one-hit kills, which is always good, especially to the head. I think I like the leather jacket better than the pilot jacket because it's black, and the blue jeans is better than my crappy sweatpants. Stone knife goes there. High top shoes I don't really need. So I mean, this is me. InzGames. I can't. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna start YouTube now. Hopefully, I get a little traction. If I do, then hopefully you like what you see. Sometimes whenever I'm playing, I do have Wilson in the background just to provide some random commentary, or if he's dying, just utter outrage. It's just, flavor text at the end of the day.
Speaking about that, motherfuckers.
It's okay, man. You can swear. I'm not monetizing my video, and it will be for 18 plus anyway. So
Mm.
I mean, I do my fair share of swearing too. So I probably shouldn't, but and I will try not to. Definitely, I'll try not to. But at the end of the day, no promises. So. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm just searching everything. In fact, I think this is the developer team. They are Croatian based developer team. As you can see, they're enjoying themselves. So great. They do have quite a few little things scattered around in the what you call it in the various houses. If I actually see a few of them, I actually know why they've done or why they have a few of the things. And I mean, if I do see it, I'll show you. Because the developers are actually very nice. They're very nice people. They support their own player base, at least a lot more than some of the other games. It's always nice and refreshing to have, good developers who actually care about their player base. As you can see, the city, oh, it's wonderful. I'm just gonna go. One of the places I want to hit up is a gymnasium in the city. It actually has chances of spawning military loot, which is always good, always. And I think I'm not too far from it. However, I can see a supermarket. That's always nice. Great source of finding food. Maybe what I can do is I can actually lock down a place in the city. As you can see, there's a lot of freezing. The city is not yet fully optimized, and so you, at the end of this is an early access game, so you will find issues like that. But nonetheless, it is, at least for me, I feel like it is still playable. It doesn't hinder me too much. And you can see this little parking garage. So yeah, buddy, how you holding on? Did you build sufficiently enough to hide?
I'm the last one left.
Great.
Yeah, I'm the last one left. I don't know what that means now. I'm just sort of holding on
Damn
and
it.
seeing where it takes me.
Just be careful, mate. Just be careful.
Should be alright. Yeah, I can hold on through it to the end of days.
Great. So, now, I mean, I saw that. You see that? That's a pumpkin. That's great. Honestly, if you find a pumpkin and you eat the pumpkin, it's really good. It's really good source of food, really good source of a lot of the minerals, and really good source of water as well, which is always good if it's topped up. I was gonna say another thing about just generally puppets and how dangerous they can be. You see, if you ever, let's say this was sealed up, right? You do get windows this wide. You do get them, and puppets can jump. So a window like this, a puppet can actually get in and actually still hit you. But most of the time, a window that's around about this size or your normal house, single window, it, I mean, there can be some time where they glitch through, but most of the time, they can't get through that. So you have no worries and you're relatively safe. Is that the gymnasium? It's not. I actually still haven't memorized. Not that you really should, or it would help. I mean, but I haven't memorized the place in the city yet. I have to just explore. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not a great place, but I think I'm just gonna lay down here to regain some stamina quickly. Look at my guy, just enjoying life. I think that is a gymnasium there, so it's probably a good idea to get my spear out, because a lot of the times you do get puppets in the gymnasium, mainly sleeper puppets, the one that's laying down. Yeah, I don't see any puppets here. You do get some puppets here in the landing. Always a good idea when you ever enter any building to close the door behind you, because you don't want puppets to randomly come running in. Flares. Flares are really nice when it's nighttime. It lights up your way a little bit. Oh, I'm starving. Probably I should. You know what I should do? I should just eat all. I just hope no puppet gets me. As far as I can see, I can't see any puppets laying down right now anyway. I can see my bladder volume actually is quite full. I will need to relieve that a little bit soon. I don't really want to get into get into any other situation before I know I'm safe. There we go. Filled myself up a little bit. Now just gonna search every single box in the city. Find an M9 magazine, that's always good. If I can find a nice M9 pistol as well and some ammo, I will be set. It's always a good idea to keep your spare out or any weapon out, because you don't know when. It's found a flashbang, nice, and a flare gun. Yeah, you don't know when people will come, or you know, puppets will come from behind you or in front of you even. Just don't know. Oh, found a nice hunting scope. Possibly put it over here. M16A4 sight. By the way, if you do want to rotate, it's just hold it and then scroll with the mouse wheel. That's always a handy tip if you're new to the game. I don't actually find many new people into this game anymore because it's already quite well established, even though it's still just early access. I believe they released a patch recently, which actually changes the zombies, so it makes it so fat puppets have more health and hit harder, but are very slow. Skinny puppets are actually really fast. So yeah, but the thing is they don't hit that much. which obviously is the way to balance everything out. So, weapon cleaning kit, that's always good to fix up your weapons. Can openers are really good if you ever find canned food. You can open, I believe, the canned food with a crowbar if I'm correct, or a knife in fact. But having a can opener ready just is good security, I guess. Is the best way I can put it. Brass knuckles, I'm not a hand-to-hand guy, so I may not. I got block 21. Now what I tend to do is with Scum, and especially when it comes to the city, I tend to get I do tend to get a place in the city to store all my loot. And because obviously you're in the city, you don't technically need to claim doors. So you can claim doors, you can build your own base. I don't like that combat because, well, I can't do too much about it. Down? So, okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably should show more excitement with the Hunter 85. That's a really good, nice gun. It's not the strongest of all the rifles, but it's a good start for me. Most of the time I do really find the Hunter 81 in the gymnasium, more so than some of the other rifles especially. Now we just need an ammo. We need ammo for it. Oh, nice, a nice canteen. Always good to store water. Some brass knuckles again. Don't need the brass knuckles. Like I said, I don't do hand to hand. I don't want to do hand to hand combat. I prefer not to do hand to hand combat. That's always good. Nice clean rag and rag strips. Oh, you can actually get the razor blade and actually cut your hair or shave your beard off if you do get quite, well, hairy. But you see, it's so much good loot. Well, not the canteen. Obviously, as you can see, you know, especially in single player, you can't find anything from anywhere. I mean, you saw me. I just went up to one of the kind of like deer posts or hunting posts and found a nice hiking backpack. You know, I didn't have to raid a military base, which you can, and there are mechs as well to stop you. But I didn't have to raid it to find a nice what we call some nice loot and some nice backpacks. And I think I've just looted this all, so it's probably high time I get out, probably loot some of the more, I guess, bigger buildings if need be, some households. Ooh. Oh, I should really be careful. I find that this spot here is really nice. We do tend to have quite a few things up here. It's a nice apartment. I mean, you do sometimes get a chance to spawn some puppets in here, but it's a very nice place to hold up, especially for single player. Just have to be careful. Oh, nice jeans. And yeah, anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll call this an episode, right? I'll call this an episode. We'll hold up here for a little while, and yeah. So yeah, what I think I'll do is we'll hold up here for a little while. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, if you want, please like and subscribe and share so that I can have my videos be recommended to anyone who's watching Scum or just anyone in general. Every like, every share will help me and my channel grow. This is just a start, people, and yeah, I believe Wilson's already gone, but I'm here for now. It's always nice to have someone in the background to talk to, because sometimes you do get long journeys to run, long distances to run. As you can see, this map is quite huge, and we just passed into the new sector, D3. So this map is quite huge. You do have quite a lot of places to explore. I would like to do that, in fact. So yeah, why not? Anyway, thanks guys. Have a nice day. You've been you, I've been me, and hopefully you watch the next video.